Let's start once again. I have told you the theme and the idea of the poem yesterday. We discussed the activity also. So let's have the reading of the lines and explanation. Some say the word will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. In the very first stanza, what he says, some say the word will end in fire. Some say here refers to the people. Some people are of the opinion that this word will end with in fire. Due to fire, this word will come to an end. And if we go for the symbolic meaning, fire here refers to the desires, the passions, and the word is the metaphor used for the relationships. While living in this world, we have relation with each other. We are having brothers and sisters, we have uncle and aunt, we have father, mother, grandfather. So in this way we have so many relations with each other. So the word here refers to the relationship. It is the metaphor used here by the poet to give the symbolic meaning of the relationship that we have while living in this world. So the what the poet says, that some people are of the opinion that this word will end in fire. This word will come to an end due to fire, due to desires, due to passions. Our relations will come to an end. Because when we have more and more desires from each other, from the others, we expect something more, and the person is not able to do, or the person does not give us the same response, तो we feel angry and sometimes we spoil our relations also. तो हमारे उस आदमी के साथ रिलेशन संबंध जो है खराब हो जाते हैं. कई बार आप देखते हो ना, घर में दोनों ब्रदर्स की आपस में प्रॉपर्टी के लिए लड़ाई हो जाती है, या किसी रिलेटिव्स के साथ हमारी किसी वजह से कोई प्रॉब्लम हो जाती है. एंड दिस इज ऑल ड्यू टू द डिजायर्स, कि हम कुछ और चाहते हैं, हम कुछ पैशंस हैं हमारे माइंड में, कुछ हमारी इच्छाएं हैं जो कि वो पूरी नहीं कर पाते ना. जैसे आप लोग देखते हो आजकल जनरल लाइफ में भी हम क्या देख रहे हैं, आजकल मॉडर्न लाइफ, जितना हम लोग अपने आप को मॉडर्नाइज करे जा रहे हैं, डेवलपमेंट होती जा रही है, उतनी ज़्यादा ये प्रॉब्लम्स जो हैं, टेंशन्स और वरीज, स्ट्रेस जो है वो बढ़ता जा रहा है. बिकॉज वी एक्सपेक्ट टू मच. हम दूसरों से, आप किसी मैरिज पे जाते हो, यू फील कि उन्होंने बहुत अच्छा इंतज़ाम करेंगे, आपको बहुत अच्छे से अटेंड करेंगे, आपके ये देंगे या आपको वो देंगे. लेकिन जब वो आपकी एक्सपेक्टेशंस पूरी नहीं होती तो यू फील बैड. तो इसी वजह से कई बार रिलेशंस जो हैं वो ख़राब हो जाते हैं. So this is the idea what the poet wants to convey in the very first line, that it is due to our desires, our passions, our obsession for something or some expectation from others will end this world, will put an end, will destroy our relations, will spoil our relations. The whole world will come to an end due to fire. That means due to passions and desires. Some say in ice, but some people are of the opinion that this world will come to an end due to ice. Ice here refers to the indifferent attitude, having no interest for others, feeling of hatred and jealousy for others. कि हमें लगता है कि हमें क्या लेना देना है किसी दूसरे से. So we don't worry about others. So in this way, what is this? We are indifferent towards others. We don't pay attention. We don't worry about others. So we create feeling of hatred and jealousy for others. So in other way, what the poet wants to say, that our relation can be spoiled due to indifference, due to hatred and jealousy. So he gives us two opinions. Some people are of the opinion that this world will come to an end due to desires, due to passions. Our relations will come to an end. We will not have good relations with others. And some people say that our relations will come to an end due to indifferent attitude, due to hatred or jealousy. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. Then in the next lines, the poet gives his own experience, his own feelings. He says, from what I have tasted of desire, what I have experienced. Tasted here means what I have suffered, what I have faced in life, what I have experienced out of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. He says, I am in the favor of those who say that the world will come to an end due to fire, because he feels that he has experienced this feeling of desire only, and due to that this world will come to an end. So he also favors those people who are of the opinion that this world will come to an end due to fire. That means our relationships will come to an end. We will not have good relations with others due to our fire. Fire refers to here desires, the passions, the anger, the fury that we have. Then in the next stanza, he says, but if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. He says, but if this world had to perish twice, that is, if this world had to come to an end टू टाइम्स दो बार कहता अगर इस दुनिया को खत्म होना है देन आई थिंक आई नो एनफ ऑफ हेट आई हैव सीन सो मच हेट्रेड इन दिस वर्ल्ड ऑल्सो डिजायर तो उसने एक्सपीरियंस करी है लेकिन हेट्रेड जो है वो कहता मैं इसके बारे में जानता हूँ आई थिंक आई नो एनफ ऑफ हेट्रेड कि मुझे इस दुनिया में इतनी नफरत फैली हुई है इतनी जेलेसी है लोगों के माइंड में लोग एक दूसरे के लिए इनडिफरेंट एटीट्यूड रखते हैं किसी को दूसरे की कोई टेंशन नहीं है एक ही घर में रहते हुए दो मेंबर हैं फैमिली के वो भी एक दूसरे के लिए वरिड नहीं है दे ऑल्सो डोंट हैव द फीलिंग ऑफ लव फॉर ईच अदर सो मच हेट्रेड इज देयर इन दिस वर्ल्ड दिस आई नो दिस कि देर इज एनफ हेट्रेड इन दिस वर्ल्ड कि इस दुनिया में बहुत ज़्यादा नफरत की फीलिंग जो है वो फैली हुई है जेलिसी की फीलिंग है सो इस वजह से क्या मुझे लग रहा है टू से दैट फॉर डिस्ट्रक्शन आइस इज ऑल्सो ग्रेट if this world has to end twice, then ice is also very important. That means this indifferent attitude and the hatred and the jealousy, which are the abstract feelings in this world we cannot see, but inside the people are having these type of feelings in their mind. That is also great. It is also very important thing, and it can also bring this world to the edge of destruction. That means our relations will also come to an end if we have the ice, that means the indifferent attitude towards either side. And according to the poet, it is too much in this world. इस दुनिया में बहुत ज़्यादा hatred और jealousy जो है वो लोगों में है. So it is also very important and would suffice. Suffice means it will be sufficient. इतनी काफ़ी है जितनी दुनिया में फैली हुई है कहता है ये नफरत टू मेक एन एंड और टू ब्रिंग एन एंड ऑफ दिस वर्ड so in this way in the beginning lines the poet gives us the opinion of different people that some people say the word will come in end with fire and some say due to ice then he gives his own experience he gives his own ideas that he has tasted of desire he has got experience of desire so according to him he holds this opinion that he is in the favor of those people who say that the world will come to an end due to fire. Then in the next stanza, he tells us that if the word has to perish, if it has to come to an end twice, then according to him, there is too much hatred and jealousy in this word that it can destroy the whole world. It is also very important, just like fire, and it would be sufficient. The ice or the indifferent attitude or the hatred or the jealousy, it is sufficient in this world at this time that it can destroy the whole world also. So in the end we can feel that the poet is of the opinion that both the things can destroy this world. This world will come to an end if we do not control our desires, if we do not control our feelings of hatred, then this world will come to an end. We will not have any relationship, we will not have any good feeling for each other, will not have the feelings of humanity if these things are not controlled. So, this is the message which the poet wants to convey to the humanity that these two are the major threats desires and hatred. So, these two things should be controlled to maintain a balance and to live peacefully in this world. Clear? Now, coming to the explanation of the poem, we have already discussed all these things. Once again, I'm repeating that Fire and Ice is a strong symbolic poem. Fire is used as the emotion of desire, and ice that of hatred. That is, use the idea of two groups who have their own possible explanation for the end of the word. In the beginning lines, we see the opinion of different people given by the poet. Then, according to the poet, both the components are compared with self destruction, self destructing human emotions, that is, desire and hatred. And in the beginning, the poet is of the opinion that he has been very closely associated with the fiery desires. He has experienced and shared it, and considers it capable of bringing human beings on the verge of destruction. Then he considers, yes, Divya beta, what is the problem? You are raising hand. Divya beta, you want to say anything?
Good morning, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, beta.
There was a doubt.
Just wait.
Ma'am, what is the
Let me finish. Then you can ask your doubts. Okay. Let me finish the explanation. Just wait for 1 minute. Then the poet considers the fire as more competent for destruction, but then he thinks that icy hatred is just as capable of ruining humans, though slowly and steadily. Then in the second stanza, what we get the idea from the poet, he says that if earth was to end twice, ice would be just as good as fire. If fire would lead to rapid destruction, ice would lead to silent damage. Silent damage inside the mind automatically कहते silently ये damage करती रहती है hatred की feeling, because it is an abstract noun and we cannot see कि किसी के mind में hatred है. Fire तो हमें दिखाई दे रही है ना, and that causes rapid destruction. But ice, that is hatred and the feeling of jealousy, this is a silent feeling and it damage the mind and the things slowly. Similarly, if fire is pure passion, ice is pure reason. This is the depends upon the reasoning, thinking, our mind only. Thus, the poem very artistically underpins the philosophy that we let our emotions rule us, and if we don't control them, they will surely bring us all on the verge of chaos. So, the message given by the poet is that we must have control on our desires, our passions, and the feeling of hatred. If we don't control these feelings, then this word will come to an end. And the word here refers to our relationships. That we will not have any relations, we will not have any good relations and feelings for each other if we cannot control our desires, our passions, and our feeling of hatred. Yes, beta. Before I start with the discussion of the poetic devices, you can ask your doubt, what you want to ask.
ma'am? What is the difference between the destructions of fire and ice in the
Destruction of fire
poem?
and ice. Destruction you are asking, na?
No, ma'am. Ma'am.
Difference between
Difference of
fire and
destruction
ice.
between
Fire
fire and ice.
refers to, आपने देखी हुई ना ये चीजें डेली लाइफ में रूटीन में देखते हो ना, व्हाट इज फायर एंड व्हाट इज आइस, एंड वी डिस्कस्ड इन द बिगिनिंग इन द एक्टिविटी फॉर्म आल्सो.
Ma'am, ma'am, my question is that what is the difference between the destructions caused by fire and ice?
Yes,
And
the
destructions
destruction
में क्या
caused
difference
by
है
fire
between?
and ice, this is you are asking. Here I have told you in the very beginning that the poet has used these words with symbols, with symbolic meanings, and fire here refers to our desires, our passions, कि हम बहुत ज़्यादा मन में कई बार इच्छाएं पैदा कर लेते हैं, और उन डिज़ायर्स को पूरा करने के लिए जब हमारे सोर्सेज हमारे पास नहीं होते, वी डोंट हैव मच सोर्सेज टू फुलफिल दैट, what happens, we go to any extent. Suppose you have any desire in your mind and you are not able to afford that thing, वो चीज़ आप नहीं खरीद सकते या आपको नहीं मिल पाती, तो you get obsessed. मतलब आपके मन में एक जुनून जब पैदा हो जाता है उस डिजायर के लिए, उस चीज के लिए, तो you want to get it by hook or crook. This is the human psychology nowadays. What we people are doing nowadays, we are running a mad race for money. पैसे के लिए भाग रहे हैं क्योंकि हमारी इच्छाएं पूरी नहीं हो रही. एक इच्छा पूरी होती है तो आप दूसरी इच्छा के पीछे भागना शुरू कर देते हो. सो व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, दिस इज कॉजिंग डिस्ट्रक्शन इन द वर्ल्ड. और हम उस काम को करने के लिए या उस चीज को हासिल करने के लिए कुछ भी गलत तरीका अपना लेते हैं. लोग आजकल क्या कर रहे हैं, स्टीलिंग और यू कैन रॉबिंग, ये चीज़ें क्यों बढ़ रही हैं हमारी इस वर्ल्ड के अंदर, इस दुनिया के अंदर, आजकल की मॉडर्न सोसाइटी में? बिकॉज वी आर नॉट एबल टू कंट्रोल आवर डिजायर्स. उन इच्छाओं को पूरा करने के लिए ह्यूमन बीइंग्स क्या कर रहे हैं, दे वांट टू कलेक्ट द मनी बाय हुक और क्रुक, किसी भी तरीके से, गलत तरीके से भी उनको पैसा मिलता है, दे आर रनिंग फॉर दैट, कि चाहे गलत उनको एक्शंस लेने पड़ते हैं. यू सी टू ब्रदर्स आर फाइटिंग फॉर द प्रॉपर्टी, they are ready to kill each other for the money only. So these are the inhuman qualities that are being created in the human beings nowadays due to the passions and the desires. So this is the destructive effect of fire, that is desire. And if we go for the ice, that means the cold attitude or the indifferent attitude towards others. जब हम दूसरों के लिए चिंता नहीं करते हैं, वी डोंट वरी अबाउट अदर्स, हमें होता है सिर्फ हमें जो मिलना चाहिए, हम जो अपने लिए चाहते हैं वो हमें मिल जाए, वी आर नॉट वरीड अबाउट अदर्स. दिस इज अगेन इन ह्यूमन क्वालिटी, वी डोंट वरी अबाउट अदर्स, वी आर नॉट ह्यूमेन, हम ह्यूमैनिटी के बारे में नहीं सोच रहे हैं. एंड वी क्रिएट अ फीलिंग ऑफ हेट्रेड इन आवर माइंड. उससे क्या होता है, हमारे मन में दूसरों के लिए नफरत की फीलिंग पैदा हो जाती है. और धीरे धीरे जब वो फीलिंग बढ़ती जाती है, हेट्रेड की फीलिंग बढ़ती जाती है किसी के लिए, देन यू कैन गो टू एनी एक्सट्रीम. पीपल आर रेडी टू किल एंड मर्डर others due to the feeling of hatred only. So it can also cause destruction. सो बोथ आर डिस्ट्रक्टिव फैक्टर्स. लेकिन फायर जो है वो आपको नजर आती है, एंड इट कैन कॉज रैपिड डिस्ट्रक्शन, इमीडिएट डिस्ट्रक्शन हो जाती है उसके साथ. अगर आप जनरल में देखो, फायर कहीं भी आग लग गई, आप देख रहे हो तो वो चीज़ एकदम खत्म हो गई. लेकिन आइस जो है, इट इज गिविंग स्लो डैमेज. जैसे साइलेंट कहते हैं ना, आजकल साइलेंट हार्ट अटैक हो रहे हैं, तो व्हाट इज इट, इट इज रेफरिंग टू द साइलेंट डैमेज ऑफ द हार्ट. अंदर ही अंदर टेंशन या वरीज के, डिप्रेशन के साथ, या किसी तरीके भी के भी प्रॉब्लम, स्ट्रेस की वजह से लोगों के ये प्रॉब्लम्स जो हैं वो आ रही हैं. सो बोथ हैव डिस्ट्रक्टिव पावर्स, फायर एज वेल ice. As we have read in the previous slide, you have seen it is mentioned there that both have destructive powers. Fire would lead to rapid destruction, ice would lead to silent damage. In fire, it is pure passion, desires and the passions that is affected. And if we go for the ice, if we talk about the ice, it is pure reasoning. ये हमारी thinking के ऊपर, हमारी सोच के ऊपर, reasoning के ऊपर depend करता है. Clear? Is the idea
Yes,
clear,
ma'am.
beta?
Thank you.
Is it okay now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Coming to the
Yes,
next
ma'am.
poetic devices, see on the screen, and then you can mark in your book according to these. Anaphora. What is anaphora? When the same word or the same line is repeated. What is repeated in the first and second line? Some say the word will end in fire. Second line again start with some say in ice. Some say is repeated in the first and the second lines. So this is known as anaphora. Clear? Then metaphor and symbolism is used in the words fire and ice. Fire is compared to strong passions and ice is compared to hatred. Clear? Then imagery, again the same words are used as images. Fire and ice have deeper meaning. That's why these are used as images by the poet. Fire means feeling of burning desire and ice means coldness of hatred. Then again we have alliteration in the poem. Some say, S sound is repeated in both the words. Favor fire, last word of first stanza, fourth line, favor fire. F sound is repeated. This is alliteration. Then enjambment is also used in this poem. I think destruction ice. I think से start होकर ice तक जो word आ रहा है, I think I know enough of fate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. There is no punctuation mark used in between. All the four lines are in continuation. So this is known as enjambment when no punctuation mark is used. Then antithesis. Antithesis क्या होते हैं? When two contradictory ideas are expressed. Fire and ice. If we see in general, physically, fire and ice both are contradictory things and ideas, and ideas conveyed are also contradictory. Clear? Antithesis means two contradictory ideas are expressed, two contradictory images are used. Fire and ice both are contradictory images. Then if we go for the rhyme scheme of the poem, what is the rhyme scheme? Fire, desire, fire. First stanza mein. First, third, and fourth line. First, third, and fourth line is repeated. Same rhyming scheme is given. Fire, desire, fire. That means this is A, then B, ice, desire, and fire. Clear? A, B, A. In the first four lines, A, B, A. Then coming to the second stanza where we have five lines, twice, ice, suffice, hate, great. Second and fourth line, first, second, first, third, and fifth line. Clear? Twice, ice, and suffice. That is A. आपके ऊपर से ही राइम हो रहा है आइस सेकेंड लाइन थी आपके पास फर्स्ट स्टैंजा में आइस सो वी हैव गिवन देयर बी it will be referred to twice ice suffice 3 lines in the second stanza. Clear? You can see from the poem. Let me give the lines of the poem. You can note down from here from the poem. See here, first line fire, third line desire, then fourth line fire. Clear? These 3 lines are rhyming, so you can give A to these 3 lines. First, third, and fourth line. Clear? Then second line ice, second stanza, first line twice, ice, suffice. These 4 lines, second line of the poem, then first line of the second stanza, third line of the second stanza, and the last line. This will take B. Clear? And here we have different rhyming words, hate and great. Here you can use C if you are talking about the whole poem. If you are talking about one stanza only, if you are given in the paper only one stanza and you have to tell the rhyme scheme, then you will go according to this only. A, B, A, A. Fire, desire, fire. 3 lines A and ice B. And if separately we are to deal with the second stanza, then twice, ice, spice. This will take A. Hate and great will take B. क्लियर? अगर आपको सेपरेट स्टैंजा लेना है तो आप ए बी से ही स्टार्ट करोगे. अगर आप पूरी पोएम के बारे में डिस्कस कर रहे हो देन यू कैन गो फॉर सी एंड डी ऑल्सो. क्लियर? आई होप everything is clear now. Any doubt to anyone? You can raise your hands.